and talk about, but I think the thing that I kind of settled on is just talk about our team and our players. I'm so proud of them and just their preparation this week. I think it's probably the best week of practice we've had. Offense, defense, and special teams. I thought they were very committed to the process this week. I thought Pittsburgh State had our attention based on the tradition of their program and their offense, especially. Their offense has been fantastic this year. So, you know, homecoming can be a double-edged sword. It's a lot of excitement. It's a great venue to play in, but it also can be a distraction. We talked all week about trying to limit those distractions, and it was okay to tell people no, and they need to focus on the game. So I thought our guys did a phenomenal job this week of getting ready for the game, staying focused on the game, and then after that, start with the defense. I thought our defense played phenomenal today. I thought our D-line stopped the run, got good pass rush. Our secondary, extremely proud of our secondary. We've had some guys in and out, and we've given up a couple vertical balls the last couple weeks, and I know they weren't happy about that. I thought we did a great job of mixing in our coverage today. The interceptions by the defensive backs, with Kevin's before half, I'll talk about that in just a second. I thought really set the tempo and maybe made them a little gun shy and then flip over to us offensively. I'm just proud of this guy and what he continues to do. He does his 1/11th. He's very humble. He continues to rely on people around him and not trying to do too much. He's great with the game plan each week, knowing what we're trying to do, what we want to do, and saying if he doesn't like something, and that's great to hear. And then special teams, I thought our special teams played lights out today. A lot of hidden yardage in special teams today. And then just let me finish with the right before half. I've coached football a long time, been to a lot of football games. It's one of the most unbelievable plays I've seen. I need to go find Marshall. And I'm serious. We need to get that sent into Sports Center. I'm hoping that'll make Sports Center's top 10 tonight. Kevin took off. I'm not going to lie, Kevin. I'm like, he needed to pitch that ball about 15 yards ago. He's going to get tackled. And then I'm like, okay. I saw him. I'm like, okay, he knows he needs to pitch it. And then after that, it was like a dream. It really was, seeing that ball floating around. And when Bishop threw it, I was just like, and then Harold got the corner, and I thought, man, he can run. And I saw the two ineligible numbers around him, so I thought, man, he's going to be able to outrun those guys. And what an unbelievable play. Just caps off an unbelievable day, and I'm very appreciative of our players' effort, our coaches' effort, and everybody who's involved in homecoming, because it truly is special here.
Questions for the players?
Kyle, breaking 2 school records, and to do this against a team like Pittsburgh State, which you guys have historical significance with, how does it feel to run that many yards up?
It's definitely special. I think it's just testament to the game plan that the coaches come up with each week. I think sometimes that really goes unnoticed, but those guys spend a tremendous amount of time away from their families, late nights, Sundays and Mondays, getting a game plan that we all buy into, and just coming up with plays that that will work on Saturday. And you just saw today that they worked. Offensive line did a phenomenal job giving me time. Receivers ran great routes again, and it was just a total offensive effort. So it just wasn't just me today getting those.
Kyle, talk about, just you were able to spread the wealth around with the touchdowns. They talk about how much easier that makes your job knowing you have a bevy of guys that can contribute.
For sure, it's definitely nice. I don't feel like there's not a one go-to guy on our offense. All the receivers that play are capable of catching. In any other offense in our league, I feel like they'd all be go-to guys. But in our offense, they kind of, the 3 or 4 receptions a game is kind of how it is. And just as a testament to those guys buying into it and just believing that, they don't have to have 15 catches a game to, have success and enjoy what we're doing here. And, just hats off to those guys for believing in that.
Shane, you're one of those guys. For you, 3 catches today, 2 touchdowns. What was it like for you to, have a big part of the offense, even though we only have 3 catches?
Like Kyle said, different guys every game. We got a lot of weapons on our offense, and he does spread the ball around really well for us. And I'm just glad that today I could have a good day.
You could discuss that last touchdown catch where you caught it, dropped it, caught it again.
I made it a lot more difficult than I had to, but I'm glad I caught it.
Kevin, talk about this defense. Usually you guys have been a little slow in the start, but this game you guys were right from the get-go and making some big plays. Talk about that goal that you guys had early in the second and how this team played today.
Yeah, I mean, it was a very good defensive battle today. Going into this week, we knew it was going to be a tough challenge. I've said it before, with the rivalry game, you can throw records out the window. They're going to play us great, especially the huge challenge of playing against the normal passing offense and the MIAA. They've got some great receivers, and the quarterback does an excellent job. Like Kyle said, it's a testament to our coaching staff for put us in a positions to succeed. And then overall, our front seven, they played another great game as usual. And then our back four really stepped up. We kind of challenged ourselves with those deep balls that we've given up, cut down those vertical balls and cut down on the deep balls.
Kevin, you walk through that interception and the return and what you saw, after you lateraled it.
Yeah, so going out on the field, I was actually talking to Jack Young and Eddie Rich, and I said, if either of us gets a pick, we're pitching it. We're going to go take it to the house. And so I actually get the pick, and I take off, and I start running. And like Coach said, I start to see kind of all these white jerseys coming towards me. So I started to look for the next available, and I threw it to Eddie. And then after that, I just saw all these guys on the sideline rushing on the field. I knew something good had to happen. I looked back, and Harold was in the end zone.
Anything else for the players? All right, thank you.
Thanks, guys. Great job. Have a good night.